I'm live. Going up. Oh, that means I gotta close the door.
Damn it, Bobby!
In case somebody acts too loud.
Nothing's happening on the microphone. Nothing is happening on the microphone. What if I were to do? Oh, what if I were to do that? And then I go like this.
Hey,
And then I
stick it back in, puppy.
How about now?
Yeah, I don't see anything popping up there. Still trying to pull this up.
Woo!
Oh, yeah, I think it's going.
That I can do the time like it is going.
Yeah, it's going. All right. Let me just the old Share-a-Rooski. Share-a-weenie.
And el book face.
And el book face. Well, vete a pinche Walmart. All right, Houston Wrestling Radio. That's us, right? We need to update our profile picture. Old upset Undertaker needs to go away.
I'll do something nice.
All right. There you go. Son of a bitch.
You're sitting too straight, bro.
Ain't nothing straight in this house.
And there go our viewers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Oh, baby.
Hard to kill. NXT TakeOver UK. Let's hit share. Bada boom, bada bing. Publish. Now, bada boom, bada bing. All right, there we go.
¿Listo?
Ya mero, güey. Ya mero. Cálmate.
Hey, look at me. I like wrestling. Look, I don't understand what this shirt means.
Think about it. They almost had a clean sweep, except for one.
Mm-hmm. I resaw that match last night. God damn! You know this thing's still recording, right? It's watching you kick.
Yeah, I know. Post. That's why I need you guys to talk. Be entertaining while I'm. All right, there we go. This is the 349th edition of Houston Wrestling Radio. This is Abel.
This is Hector.
This is Chris.
And thank you so much for joining us live. That's awesome. Log into your Google account or your YouTube account, whatever you have, and that way you could chat along with us in live chat. And I'll have you pulled up right here on the old hand. Talk shit, fact check, ask us questions, whatever. If you're not watching this live, that's all right. You can still interact with us on Facebook, facebook.com/Houston Wrestling Radio, or on Twitter at Each Wrestling Radio, or you can just drop a comment down below. We are very vulgar today.
Oh man! MLW 0 Hour, NXT UK Takeover, Impact Hard to Kill.
Yes.
Whew, you know what's hard to kill? This fucking Lana storyline.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
So we're
starting with that.
Starting with Lana.
Yes.
Lana.
Yes.
What the fuck for? What is there to say? What is there to say?
How bad it is that people are still watching.
Yeah, I guess. You know, what's even the saddest part about it is the thing that was the highest rated fucking segment on Raw. What the hell?
Car crash. And
it's the 1-2 combo of being the highest rated segment on Raw and the most viewed clip on YouTube from WWE. think it had like 2.5 million in less than 24 hours.
That's ridiculous.
Yes.
And that is actually like you want.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 And then last month.
Yeah.
Shut up, woman. The adults are talking now. Like, yeah.
And it's like they forgot that Liv Morgan did a thing there. I mean, she's gonna be in Rusev's corner, but okay, Big Wolf.
That's the part that stings.
Yeah.
You know? I was like, oh, Liv Morgan, what are they gonna do with this girl?
And
You
then
know?
they put her there, and
Yeah. Well,
the Emma thing fails twice.
Yeah. All right, but we're not gonna be talking about that.
okay. We're talking about 3 different brands that are not main roster.
4 different brands that are not.
4 different brands that are not main roster.
Yes.
So for the casuals that are stubbornly trying to look at us,
Yeah.
we'll give them a little something to hook them.
Yeah.
And then we talk about
Yeah, you hooker.
Brock entering at number 1.
Why are we talking about WWE still? We can save that shit for our Rumble episode. Brock at number 1. Who gives a fuck? Really? I'm the only one.
No title defense. The title's not being defended in the Rumble either.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
my head hurts.
conspiracy thoughts? We forgot our temple hats.
So okay, conspiracy theory. I think what this means is 1 of 2 different things. Either 1, Brock's gonna win, which is the easy thing to say. Oh, Brock hates him is who he's gonna face at Rumble or face at Mania, and then there's gonna be somebody else that wins Rumble, and that person's gonna challenge for Universal title, and that's it. So you are gonna set up both title matches in the Rumble, but for different reasons.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't see Brock winning it. I know that.
I don't see Brock winning it either. I see one guy that absolutely needs it. And I can't believe I'm saying it because I'm not the biggest fan right now. But one more match.
Oh my god.
Christian?
No. WWE did 2 things in the last 2 months that is making me optimistic. NXT in that promo that they were equal to Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah.
It's gonna piss a lot of purists off. I have Johnny Gargano winning and cashing it in on Adam Cole
Why would that piss off purists?
because it's not Raw or SmackDown. Like you're
So?
wasting a Rumble win on a brand that
No,
You're putting
you're
the
not.
focus on the third brand.
On the-
instead
yeah.
of
No,
main
no,
one.
that's
I'm not
exactly.
saying that I
that's-
disagree with it. I'm saying my idea is going to piss a lot of people off.
I
that are old
still
school.
think it's gonna piss off even purists, even because even when WWE ECW was around, they could have whoever won could have challenged. Because remember they had when dude, who was it that won the Rumble that year? I can't remember. Whoever won the Rumble went in there, and all 3, the Raw, the SmackDown, and the WWE ECW guys were all lined up. Was it Taker?
That was Undertaker, yeah.
There was Lashley with the fucking ECW title on. Nah, I'm gonna challenge this guy,
Yeah.
but like it was possible.
Mhm.
So the purist thing, no, like I'd be more upset if it was the other way around, where it'd be like, oh, you can challenge for anything but the NXT title. Fuck you! You're saying that the WWE ECW
But I
title was
wonder,
more prestigious than the NXT
Would that
title?
apply for the UK? You would have 4.
That'd be interesting. Why not? It's
Bring-
of your
okay,
choosing.
so think about
Of your
that.
choosing.
At the end of the day, NXT is already third brand. It's got the focus. What is the next project that they need to work on with if it's not the UK brand?
Yeah.
So the UK brand took the NXT spot.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
That's a thing. That's interesting.
Going back to your point of whoever tosses Brock over is going to be his opponent.
Yeah.
Would you imagine seeing Brock against Keith Lee?
Dude, I'm yeah.
And that's what I left. The only segment that I watched from Raw was that Paul Heyman promo.
Yeah.
The way he said that we have the possibilities in the Rumble.
Anybody that wants in,
Yeah.
get in. Yeah.
Just seeing him face to face with Ciampa, Gargano,
Yeah.
Cole,
Walter.
Walter.
Again, this is not as advertised. We advertised that this was gonna be
Your favorite match from Wrestle
Oh,
Kingdom.
shit. Okay. The guy that owns Daryl Cat versus Osprey.
Takahashi.
Takahashi.
He owns 2 cats.
He owns 2
Yeah,
cats.
2 cats now.
Yes.
He's all about the
And,
business.
and Osprey owns the pig.
There you go. I liked it. A lot of flippy dippy, a lot of fast, a lot of like ooh. I liked it. Liked it a lot. Being the guy that's not really in the know on all of the storylines, I think that was the most actiony match that satisfied that actiony match itch for me.
In Houston wrestling radio fashion, I think the streak is going to continue where the match that stood out for me is not a main event from Wrestle Kingdom.
Okay.
It would have to be that match. Osprey against Takahashi.
Okay.
Holy fuck, dude.
Takahashi. I keep wanting to say Tanahashi. Takahashi. Takahashi. What about you? Since we're blowing our load.
I have 4 actually. Which
4.
okay, so Takahashi got everybody's attention.
Yeah.
That night's main event, seeing Okada and Ibushi go all out. That fucking sit-down tombstone power from Okada.
Yes. Yes.
Oh man,
That's probably my second best.
You know what got me worse than that in that match was fucking Ibushi going all T900 and just like stoic, just mounting, beating the close. I've never seen that side of Ibushi before, ever.
It goes back to that again. When I look at New Japan, I look at their story and their booking. It goes back to why Jay White wants to put him in the Bullet Club.
Yeah, and I was like, this motherfucker.
He has a dark side.
He has a mean streak. Yeah.
And you saw it. You saw glimpses, and you ended up seeing the second night.
Yeah.
And then going to the second night, Tanahashi and Jericho put out a clinic.
Dude, that was fun.
They put out one of those like, oh fuck, who's actually gonna stand up out of this?
Mm.
And then of the night is a story that took almost 5 years to complete.
Mm-hmm.
And the crowd was waiting for that, and they got their moment.
Man,
is this where I put out my disclaimer? I
don't live in Japan, and I don't eat sushi.
No.
So I don't really do.
I love sushi. Okay, no. I couldn't watch the last 3 matches, but because I was so tired. Because of the way that I tried to.
Michael Network.
What? Huh?
Michael Network is in the chat.
Oh, Michael, what's up, man? Why did it not show up on my thing? It showed up over there. What's up, Michael? Nice to have you join us today. I didn't watch the last 3 matches of night 2 because I tried to sit through night 1 all the way through to the very end of everything in one sitting, and I couldn't hang. I wanted to fall asleep over at Aaron's couch, and I was like, you know what? I need to wake up and drive home. So I did, and I was like, I'll watch it later this week. And here it is,
4 days later.
Like, oh fuck, I haven't watched it yet. So yeah, that's on me. Bad job by me. So I didn't get to see that Jericho match. I saw all the memes and the replays of the splash, but I didn't get to see the whole match.
They had a really good match. Solid. Oh, I think you would appreciate it.
You would be very sports entertained.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's funny that Jericho's the guy that's bringing that out of people that we don't expect. Like, I didn't expect Jericho and Omega to be very sports entertaining. I thought Jericho would just fall behind in the Puroresu style, and they made it work both times. New Japan and in AEW. Then I've been slowly coming up on liking Okada. That match was better than I
Conflicted.
Because we don't expect sports entertainment stuff to come out of New Japan. But when I see the crowd reaction to Lance Archer and fucking John Moxley when they're slowly, we've seen tables, we've been desensitized with TLC matches and Hell in a Cells and people falling off and cutting open and breaking bones. But it's still new to Japan. So when they barely take out a chair from under the ring, all the crowd goes, 2 tables set up. Somebody gets death ridden up to both the tables, everybody loses their shit and here on this land. But over there, the way they built it up slowly and told the story, and
they still have their innocence.
The claw with the plastic bag, just little stuff that we would take for granted because we're already at like 8,000 RPMs, but they're just cruising and enjoying the ride at their speed, and just watching them react to certain things, like Tanahashi and Jericho, from going to the Boston Crab to the old school Lion Tamer, and the crowds. You can hear the crowd react, noticing that there's a difference in the move. Even during time in the match when Tanahashi was laughing because Jericho was doing the air guitar, he missed a frog splash, and they showed his laugh on the big screen, and everybody's laughing with it. It just, I don't know if I want to see that, because I expect New Japan to be the Puroresu. I don't want them to get tainted with our crap.
I get it, but you gotta think about it as a business point. New Japan needs to get into the U.S. market.
Mm-hmm.
U.S. market is, again, we already got desensitized. We seen shit like that already. So our wrestling is basically entertainment, not into the whole wrestling aspect like they have. So it's kind of nice seeing it from their point and them getting introduced to that point of view.
Yeah.
And coming and making sure that your ace, your top guy, is doing it.
Mm-hmm.
That's honestly, that's
it's okay because he's the one opening the door for this stuff to happen.
Yep.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's a lot of good stuff, man. It's hard to whittle it down. You have 4.
Yeah.
So what are your 4 matches?
Takahashi Ospreay, Okada Ibushi.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
Jericho Tanahashi.
All right.
And then Naito Okada.
All right.
Okay. Can I crap all over this now?
Go for it.
Oh, you're gonna crap all
night
over?
1. Oh my God, night 1 felt like a reset button. It's like everything that was supposed to happen a long time ago finally happened. Oh wait, Jericho Moxley couldn't make the trip. We'll give him the belt back. Oh, Takahashi was supposed to have a run with the belt, but he got hurt. Let's see. And then the thing with like Naito and Okada, like it felt too predictable. Like I would have wanted to see a monkey wrench thrown in there. How about Naito? There's a feud with Naito and Ibushi, because they've almost the entire time in New Japan together. I want to piss people off. Why not stick Jay White could be the Roman Reigns of New Japan right now. If you really want to play with people's emotions, have that fucker in the final. And at least if he would have lost to Okada or something would have happened or whatever, but it just, that first night felt a little bit too predictable.
Yeah. Okay.
The second night felt a little bit more like, oh, okay, I might not see this. Oh, okay, I don't need to see that. Ooh, Tanahashi tap. Ooh, Jay White actually won. Ooh, there was stuff that I wasn't seeing that I wasn't expecting in night 2 that I kind of could have saw in night 1.
And that may have been what affected my fatigue level, because I thought this was going to be appointment viewing, night 1, night 2, start to finish, pre-show fucking included with the young boys and all that shit. Nah, I could have not watched half of night 1 and just went straight to the end of night 1 and night 2. I could have done that, but of course that's not what I did, because I'm going off of my experience of Wrestlekingdom's past. My experience of Wrestlekingdom's past is that you need to watch the everything, because it's all fucking everything. And like here with this 2-night experiment type thing, you didn't really need to watch the first part of night 1. And since I invested so much time watching that and energy, and by the time
you were drained.
Yeah, I was drained when the good stuff happened. That's why I couldn't hang even though I wanted.
Half of his picture from the last of the second night.
And one other thing that really sucked about this, and I'm gonna get a little controversial here.
Oh shit.
Bullshit with Jushin Thunder Liger, man. That shit was whack. Now, I respect Liger. I get it, he was retiring. But goddamn, the entrance for that tag match.
Night 1 or night 2?
Night 1.
All the old-timers?
It was like, goddamn. The fucking intros lasted like fucking 30 minutes. It was like Undertaker intro after Undertaker intro after Undertaker intro. Except it was all dudes that I had no idea who the fuck they were.
I have a bigger bone to pick with that.
Okay, go for it.
I would have expected Jushin Liger's last match to be in the spot where Tanahashi and Jericho was. That's a dude that's been wrestling there for your company for 31 years, and you're going to have him curtain jerk both nights? That sucks.
In multiple tag matches that
sucks.
don't mean anything. The match with no, the dude with the flames in his head, the shavings on his head. Suzuki. The match with Suzuki. That should have been on the Wrestle Kingdom card night 2. Ooh, Liger Suzuki should have been his last match because it meant something. These two bullshit tag matches, that was like, okay, this is fun, kumbaya, yay, we're having a match, da da da. Okay, bye everybody, right off into the sunset on your back. But the epicness, the end of the culmination of his entire fucking career with his biggest rival beating his ass. And then the respect. Holy fuck, that was amazing. That should have been at Wrestle Kingdom. Those two matches with Liger, with the old guys and multiple tag matches, those were fucking snoozers, man. Snoozers. God damn, I can't. Oh,
I'm gonna defend that.
Go for it.
Okay, please.
Go for it.
Please.
Okay. So here's what.
Hold on. Let me add something. I'm sorry. I'll let you get to it. Let me add something. With all those old guys, if I was a fan of New Japan back in the day where I knew who those guys were, then it'd be different. But I'm not a fan of New Japan, and I don't know who those fuckers were, so I don't really give a shit. There you go. See, Travis still lives on this show. Okay, go, sir.
Defend it.
Go, sir.
Okay. So the way I saw why they put the Suzuki Liger match, was it a month ago?
A month ago, I think.
2 months ago.
Something like that.
Honestly, I feel like that was the reason why they made that match there, was because it might have been the arena where Liger actually started. So he finished his singles career there.
All the more reason to have the Kumbaya match with all the old guys together, because that's the style
that was basically, if you have a couple of wrestlers that could still go and it's your era, that was their last call for night 1.
Okay.
Night 2, I get it because it was Liger and his rival versus
two guys. Yeah,
Future.
Ryan Lee by himself could have taken them both out. Let alone Takahashi.
Yeah.
But thinking about that aspect is like passing the torch there.
Yeah.
Because Takahashi's gonna end up taking his spot, and his rival is Ryu Lee, no matter what. So honestly, that last night was all right. It was like, we're gonna put the dog to the shed, and that's it.
It's still cool if you don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean,
but
that's your opinion.
That's like the understanding. Coming from the guy that doesn't watch that.
I know, right? I got one more bone to pick. I got one more bone to pick.
Yes.
And it might be a little bit under the radar.
Let's see that bone.
The book.
The women's tag team match from Stardom should have been on the card.
That was pre-show, right?
That was dark match. That wasn't even pre-show. Like, you cannot see that on the network at all.
I didn't see
it. It's a 4-woman tag with Iwatani. I mean, Bushiroad now owns both these companies. You know, if you're not going to put Stardom on the network, that's one thing. But if you're going to make the effort to have these girls perform in Tokyo, you know, in the Dome on your biggest show of the year, even if it's just for one night, the traditional night, you should have put them for everybody to see. You know, it's business. You own both of the properties now. Why are you going to bastardize one for the sake of the other? Like, you could have made more money putting over these 4 girls that are actually, oh, hey, by the way, we also have women, you know, and they can actually put on a good show, and you get more word of mouth, more people watch Stardom, more people go to the show, more people will find them. And especially WrestleMania weekend. They do some Stardom shows here in the US during WrestleMania weekend. But no, you're going to leave them off air? Bad move.
I agree with you on
Bad
that.
move.
Especially since they're trying to sign Io Shirai and
Kyrie.
They
tried to sign them.
Yeah, and they're actually on TV somewhere. They go to Japan, they ain't gonna be on TV. That sucks.
You got 4 matches, man. What's your match of the week? It has to be from Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah.
It's not the main event from NXT with Keith Lee winning.
No.
It's not Cody versus Darby from Dynamite.
Although
it's not fucking the Rhodes Brothers against Lucha Bros from Dynamite.
Well,
you got contenders.
Those were good fucking matches.
There were good fucking
Those are
matches.
candidates. Those are candidates.
But did they beat your Ospreay Takahashi pick?
No.
Exactly.
Is that your pick?
That's my pick.
What's your pick? If you had to whittle down your 4 to 1. Let's break it down. Break it down to two. What are your top two?
Yeah.
Night one. Obviously, night one. Okada, Ibushi, Takahashi, Ospreay.
Okay. Did Ibushi Okada give you anything that you haven't already seen before?
A lot more of Ibushi's dark side. And just more craziness from. Actually, you know what? My pick is actually Okada Ibushi.
Oh! Wow.
Okay.
The reason why is because if you pay attention throughout the whole match, Okada takes you through every emotional spectrum.
Okay.
If you really pay attention throughout the whole match.
Sígueme.
He starts it off cocky. He gets put down by Ibushi. He comes back out desperate, gets back knocked out, goes into the rage mode, gets back knocked out, and then he ends up figuring out into that thing, which is what his character does.
Okay. Okay.
Has Ospreay Takahashi given you anything that you haven't seen before from them?
No. I've actually seen them do what they do.
There's nothing from that match at Wrestle Kingdom that stands out from the other times you've seen those two wrestle.
No, not really.
Oh. Chris, what about you, sir?
Shit, man.
Because honestly, if we're gonna talk about the way we talked about at the end of the year show,
You're already breaking down you're in the micro already. You're breaking down everything.
Yeah, wasn't it not just like a car crash that was fun?
Yeah. I think the only thing that not I don't know if bothers the right word. If Okada and Ibushi have wrestled more than once, I wouldn't have expected the match to start as slow as it did. Ospreay and Tanahashi.
That's what the difference maker for me is.
This is the first time in lifetime that I saw Ospreay as the Seth Rollins. You know, they're like ready to go and the bell rings and they're about to charge and Ospreay's like, nah, players, you know, like, oh, all right. He's doing Seth Rollins better than fucking Seth Rollins right now. We're only 30 seconds in this motherfucker. And he ain't got to go on Twitter to do it. So, and because I think the matches with Ospreay and Takahashi before, there were more face versus face because Takahashi was always getting the crowd reactions. Oh my God, little cats and all this stuff. He has the charisma that will play into an audience as a baby face.
Right.
But seeing Ospreay as a straight up douche, I don't want to say it fits him, but it was refreshing in that moment. So I think for that, I think for now, that's going to trump the Ibushi because we haven't gotten the payoff. Ibushi went all ham and he still lost. And then he tried to go ham on poor little Jay White and he still lost. So for the match of the year dealie, if that happens later on, this match has the significance because this is where it came from, basically. You know, he had his one moment. Who knows if he ever going to have one? Oh, of course, we know damn well he ain't going nowhere. He signed for life there.
No, it's actually 3 years.
3. Well, it's so long. It's like dog years in Japan. But I think the change with Ospreay, I'm nudging it. I think I've got Ospreay and Takahashi.
All right.
Nudging.
All right. This is a new year. Yes, it is. And we should have talked about this before we went out and did a new episode because we always kind of tweak our year requirements, like how are we going to do our matches of the year. Because I could see a good argument from both of you for both of these matches, and I watched both of these matches. For me, I'm giving the nudge more to the Ospreay match just because I like the flippy dippies more. And the argument you made for the story is usually the argument I make for everything else. So I get where you're coming from. So right now, I'm a little torn. Okay, maybe I need to go back and rewatch that Ibushi match because I remember when I was seeing it, I was like, fuck. I really liked it, but
he almost killed himself.
Yeah, he does that every match now.
That's true. That's true.
He had to be the worst licking on the ring. You see when Jay White pushed him off the apron into the rail and he went like almost throat first?
Yeah.
That barricade was fucking bent, bro. Yeah. Like even circle, like the throat go here. Fuck, dude. Yeah, 3 years. He's gonna be dead by then. We're gonna put him out the back.
So how? Okay, question. How do we want to do this? Especially considering that we're not doing weekly shows every week. Especially considering that we're going to start mixing it up a little bit with who's actually on as far as co-hosts go. We're really doing that this year now. How are we going to determine what we're going to debate over at the end of the year? Do we need to all three of us here right now because we're doing this show right here, right now? Do we all need to agree that a match has to go onto the list?
How many matches on last year's match of the year did you vote on? One. Okay. That's fine. We just keep going like normal. If we all agree here, then anybody else filling in, do them.
Okay. So then, no, we are not in unison right now as far as what would be match of the year. And I think this would be the first time in like the last 4 years that a Wrestle Kingdom match won't be on our match of the year candidacy.
We didn't have it last year either. Last year was the first year we didn't have it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay, so are either one of these matches match of the year worthy? Match of the year candidacy.
Your picks were my number 2. And you saw how I have to dwindle them down.
Yes, I see that. But your number 2 was my number 1, and my number 1's not your number 2. So we're kind of crisscrossed. But Chris, what do you got? You got bitch.
Man, my number 2. My number 2. I'm torn between Okada and Ibushi and Jericho Tana.
Oh, you're bringing Jericho.
Yeah, that was out of my 4. So
Yeah.
So I think that's the problem with last year's Wrestle Kingdom, because there was so much good stuff on there. We had fucking Ibushi and Ospreay on there. Jericho and somebody, right?
Naito.
Jericho and Naito. Omega Tanahashi. Yeah, Omega Tanahashi. There was at least 4 matches there that could have easily, and we could never make. I think we each had a different match of the week. Just
it was BU and Arnold, or was it Hector?
It was Arnold.
It was Arnold.
I think we each had different matches, and we could pick one, so we didn't pick one.
Okay, so that's how it's gonna be now.
And so now we can't.
Well, fuck me. Okay, there we go.
But that just shows the quality between the 2 nights.
Yeah.
Will they do it again next year? Probably not.
How about this? When we get to the end of the year, maybe we can revisit, because sometimes time takes into a factor. Because look at we just talked about it. AJ Styles versus Seth Rollins. We were all fired up for the match. One of the reasons why I ranked it as the lowest match of the match of the year candidates is because it didn't mean shit after that match. My argument against it was that if that had been the beginning of a feud, something that mattered, then it would have been higher up on the list. But the fact that it was just a good match and that was it, that's the reason why I ranked it so low. So could one of these matches now, because we can't predict the future, if it actually changed the course of the year, can we retroactively at the end of the year when we're doing our year in review episode say, you know what, let's stick this one back on our candidacy list? Is that something that we could agree on?
Noted.
Yeah, we'll note it.
We'll note it.
All right.
Honorable mentions for now. They're not candidates yet. They're honorable mentions.
All right.
Okay. More homework at the end of the year for us.
Just went into the G1.
Oh, fuck the G1. Goddamn. Did we talk about? I think you may have mentioned it in passing, but did we talk about the Texas Death Match?
In passing, I did.
Yeah.
We did.
What did you think about it?
Refreshingly, I don't think it was as death matchy as I thought it was gonna be, and that's a good thing. Again, I think the reason why you mentioned it in passing is because the Japanese audience is desensitized to it yet. And if it was blood and guts, putting a saw through your cheek, and really, really ugly and all that shit, then yeah, I would have not liked it. But I think it was the right amount of.
It's not that the Japanese audience isn't desensitized to it. There's specific promotions there. There's always been FMW. If you want to see people cut each other up, there's places where you can watch that stuff. But if you're specifically a WWE guy for Japan, if you're a Wrestle Kingdom person, you don't see that stuff at Wrestle Kingdom.
Right.
So for them to slowly react to it and be like, oh, this is wrestling too? Well, I like it. Okay. Yeah.
So I thought it was good for what it was, and I thought it wasn't going to be as good as.
I guess that would be like seeing a Hell in a Cell in Mania.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you think of the match?
Honestly, I didn't get to see it
Really?
live.
Oh,
I
because
got-
Oh, you had issues.
yeah, the feed broke one out for you.
Both nights.
Yeah.
My feed broke the second night. The first night I was clean.
But judging by the clips, it looked somewhat entertaining.
It was.
Archer.
Go back and watch that. Oh, Archer can hang, dude.
Yeah.
Archer made it believable. It was pretty fun. There's a lot of undercard stuff. I mean,
Hey, what'd you think about Juice actually being the first one to go for the double title? Night 1, he won the tags.
yeah,
And night 2, he was challenging for the US.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Juicy 2 belts.
Juice.
Dude, man. Another year or two, dude. Not that I'm a hater on the old crew, but man, if they really devote the time, you've got Ospreay, you've got Ibushi, you have Juice Robinson, and you have Jay White. Much as you don't like him, but
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have to have a magnetizing heel. You know,
Yes,
New Japan has always had those 4 pillars, and every time one falls out, there's another guy to come in. You know, those 4 guys could be that next 10 years in New Japan. Those 4, rotating them between Wrestle Kingdom main events, they're fucking ready.
The thing that I'm liking, what happened after Wrestle Kingdom?
Oh, and Kenta.
Oh, skill.
Oh,
Okay, so now you got 2 major heels in one group. And
who
they're
can outdick the other?
yes. Hi, Papa. So far, Kenta's the one coming up.
So what did Kenta do that was so dicky?
So Naito finally, after winning both the belts, after finally breaking the curse of the Tokyo Dome, he finally gets to stand there and give his speech. Every year at the end of Wrestle Kingdom, the winner of your main event match gives the speech, sends the crowd home happy. Not even 30 seconds into the speech, here comes Kenta, beats the shit out of fucking Naito.
He was
And
doing
then
the roll call.
Yeah. And then he's like, he did his the
cross.
Shibata's pose on Naito with both the belts.
like that on top of it. No, like,
And
perfect.
so now at New Beginnings in Sapporo, another flaw for the both belts, it's Naito against Kenta. They should be doing what WWE did when Seth won both the belts. Defend them both at the same night. 2 different people. Somebody's the challenger for the Intercontinental, and the other one's the challenger for the world title.
Why don't you just do it like they did back then when Kurt Angle had both belts?
Yeah.
Had
Well, all 3 belts.
They had a triple threat, right? And whoever pinned them for like the first one.
No, in Impact, he was X Division heavyweight and tag, and he wrestled 3 times that night.
But no, going back to like when he was actually in WWE. When I think he had the Intercontinental and the European.
Jericho, right?
Yeah.
Him and Juan
It was
Jericho.
a 2-fall match.
Yeah.
One got one got the other.
Yeah.
That was confusing as fuck, though.
That was
Night of Champions when Seth defended against Cena for the US and Sting for the heavyweight title. Make that boy work. He got both belts. Overtime. 1 win. Becky wrestled twice. That first pay-per-view after she won both the belts. Lost one. They made it easier for her after that. Yeah. You know?
One thing I want to bring up. You know the new person I was in love with in 2019 from New Japan? Shingo Takagi. And night 1, he was just in the bullshit tag match and didn't really mean anything. Night 2, I don't even remember what he did on night 2.
Never open with no. He's in the six man group.
Oh yeah.
He won a 6-man in the dark match.
So now I think New Beginnings is gonna be Takagi versus Goto
for the never open weight.
Okay, that's what I could look forward to, but I don't feel like it was really highlighted at Wrestle Kingdom.
No.
Okay.
It wasn't that much priority at that time.
Oh, okay.
Dude, but Moxley and Ibushi, Moxley and Suzuki, give it to me.
Pop.
Give it. Oh,
He got that pop. As soon as you saw Moxley raise up his one and you hear the theme, you hear the crowd. Oh.
yeah.
So then Suzuki coming out like tracksuit and
And they
everything.
start
They
stripping
start
under
stripping
wrap.
all like, and then the
It's
commentators
about to go down.
they played it off like, are we gonna have a match?
I think that's why I requested we do an episode specifically for New Beginnings, because there's a lot of good stuff on that New Beginnings card. There's a lot of good shit. And just to put a bow on it, Kevin Kelly on the commentary is fucking gold, man. I love Kevin Kelly on commentary, especially with Naito, whenever he hits the finisher. Destino! No!
Which one was the other move he called? Naito had a before he set up the second Destino, he had another move. I don't know if it was
Oh, Gloria!
Gloria.
Gloria! Yeah. Oh, fuck. Fucking Kevin Kelly, man. The way he screams out V-Trigger for Kenny Omega and all that shit. Death Right. Oh, dude. Actually, for the four-man commentary, it didn't sound too crowded. I was like,
They
forget.
started at one point. I know.
Night 2, they started with 3 because Rocky was up there with Roppongi.
Yeah.
But
then after that, that's when Rocky joined in.
Yeah, that was pretty good, dude. Wrestle Kingdom, man. It made Raw. It actually made Raw, and for me, because I saw AEW, it made it pretty hard to watch because. Shit, man.
Yeah.
But there's still some good stuff on Dynamite the last couple of weeks. But Wrestle Kingdom, man, I'm gonna have Wrestle Kingdom in my mind for a while. That feels good.
I'm looking. I actually ended up seeing. It was. I actually saw it on a Tuesday. I saw the New Beginning.
New Year's Dash.
Dude, Shibata is doing one heck of a job in the LA dojo.
Oh, teaching the kids. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Oh man. There's this one guy. He was like the buffest one in the LA dojo side. That dude could chop.
Got my attention. I'm going back. I'm gonna watch it.
Like literally, it reminded me of Takagi Ishii.
Oh,
Those chops, they sounded exactly. Even the crowd was like, as soon as you heard the first one, the crowd just stayed silent. And then he did it again, and everybody like, oh. I'm like, man. Shit. But they got some really good prospects. Man.
cool.
So
How about UK?
NXT UK.
Ooh, man.
I don't really know much about what's going on over there.
A lot of people don't.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I was gonna binge the last couple of episodes, and then it turned out last night wasn't a new episode. It was like a preview.
It was
special.
a build-up.
Yeah, it was like a clip show episode, which I think I should have watched, but
I'm gonna put it in the group chat.
yeah.
So
But dude,
video.
Yes.
but
I was like,
dude,
oh, Hector sent a video. 40 minutes. Fuck that.
dude, right off the bat, NXT UK tag titles ladder match.
Ooh.
Gallus, Mark Coffey and Wolfgang, Imperium, Eichner and Bartel, Grizzled Young Veterans, Zap Gibson and Drake, and then Managers and Webster. I don't know if they have a name or not, but those 4 teams, ladder match for the NXT UK straps. On paper, a lot of this tonight is going to be on paper because we haven't been keeping up.
That second to last one. Who was it?
Second to last one, and they're called the Grizzled Young Veterans.
Okay, that's the one.
Gibson and Drake. They had the belts already.
That's the one that I'm not familiar with, and the only reason why I'm familiar with a couple of those others are because I watched NXT this last
Dusty
week,
Cup,
and it had a Dusty Cup, so I saw a few of those. Of course, I know Imperium, right? And the Mandrews and his little buddy. I know Mandrews.
dude.
So
I saw that. I saw some of that match with Imperium and Forgotten Sons.
that was good.
That was fucking brutal, dude.
Brutal.
I love
Yeah.
dude. They're stiff as Imperium. They're stiff as fuck. Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's your ladder match for the tag straps, man. On paper, what you got?
On paper, are we doing anticipation
Yeah.
levels for this? Okay, impromptu anticipation level on paper 7. Not knowing anything about the teams, not knowing much about the teams or the story. 7.
I got it 7 too.
Okay.
Just because I've never seen a 4-way tag team, especially a ladder match, in any European
Style. Yeah, I wonder what they're gonna bring to the table. I'm at an 8 for that because I'm the same way. They do it kind of weird over there. They add their own flavor to it. They add their own tea, So I'm curious.
They had their own curry.
Yeah. Hey, come on now. I have Imperium winning this or retaining. I don't know if they have the belts or not, because if they're walking into Worlds Collide against Undisputed Era, some of them gotta have gold. Yeah. So I'm expecting Imperium at least to be the ones to keep the belts.
Hopefully they build it up.
That makes sense.
Because you know about the main event, right? Worlds Collide, Undisputed Era against Imperium, 4-on-4 tag. That's the main event. That alone on paper got my money. I'm ready.
You're trying to buy a ticket?
I got tickets.
Where is it?
It's here.
Well, I know here, but which the Toyota Center?
Yeah, Toyota Center.
Damn, is that the Toyota Center?
Yeah.
Oh, they just announced 2 other matches for that too.
Ooh.
Rhea Ripley versus Tony Storm.
Oh.
And Balor's on the card, but I can't remember who.
He's not fighting anybody from here. It would have to be from UK because he's already fighting Gargano and Takeover Portland.
Is he fighting his doppelganger?
Oh, Jordan Devlin?
It already happened.
Okay.
It could happen again. I don't know.
Sure.
Speaking of which, Jordan Devlin against Tyler Bate. What happened? Mustache Mountain.
Oh, fuck yeah. 8.5. Without knowing anything. 8.5 on paper. 8.5.
9.
Okay.
9 too.
Okay.
Devlin winning?
Yes.
Nah, Tyler Bate.
You got Bate?
Yeah.
Tyler Bate's partner, Trent Seven, against the returning Eddie Dennis.
Who the fuck's Eddie Dennis? 6.
Is Eddie Dennis from that first takeover where they were brawling? It was Eddie Dennis against Dave Mastiff, and they were just beating the shit out of each other, and they both came out higher.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm at an 8 for that. He took a fucking whooping at that first Blackpool last year, and I was like, that guy don't look like he belongs in the former teacher, right, or something like that. He don't belong to God. I'm at 8. Yeah,
I got that one at a 9.
Oh,
okay.
Why so high for you?
Because not the one you were talking about right now. He's coming back, but in a psychological aspect, because he's disturbed, but to the point that he's already got Trent Seven doubting himself.
Oh,
there was one clip in the video.
In those 45 minutes?
Yeah. There's one specific clip that caught my attention. He was Trent Seven was after a win. He was shaking, high-fiving the fans, and he was actually in the crowd.
Oh.
And he grabbed him and pulled him in.
Oh.
And they started they stared at each other, and Davis basically smiled at him. And Trent Seven just kind of took his hand away, and he's like, "What the fuck?" So in that aspect, I want to see what's gonna happen with that.
Okay. Triple threat for the women: Toni Storm, Piper Niven, and a champ Kaylee Ray.
So when I saw on NXT that Kaylee Ray came out to talk to Toni Storm when Toni Storm tried to interrupt Ripley, I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then I think it was Morrow or someone mentioned oh yeah, these two are gonna fight each other. I'm like, okay, these two, okay, that's cool. But then somehow, some way, it wasn't mentioned right then and there. Somehow, some way later in the night, or a commercial or something, it said, this is a 3-way. I was like, 3-way? I thought it was just a 2 with Piper Niven, and I was like, Piper Niven, holy shit!
That sounds like a 9.
Yes, 9.5. Because you know where the half comes from? The fact that it's a triple threat. And what's Abel's favorite match type? Triple threats. Yeah. So yeah, Piper Niven, fuck yeah. Toni Storm, fuck yeah. Kylie Ray, oh, okay. But triple threat, hell yeah.
All right. 8. I haven't seen much of Piper Niven since she's been back on NXT UK, probably because NXT UK. Right. That's a habit that I need to break. If I'm breaking 5 hours of main roster, I need to dabble in some UK stuff.
Yeah.
Sometimes these takeovers, they bring me back in for a while. The same thing happened with not Blackpool, but what was the one in the middle?
Liverpool.
Yeah.
Yeah. That I was like, all right, I'm gonna watch it for a little while more. So maybe this is it. Then I'm at a 9 for the women.
Why are you 8? Okay.
New champ? No? Maybe?
Why not? Piper Niven.
Yeah.
I
don't see Toni Storm. Toni Storm is gonna be in regular NXT now.
También?
Yeah.
I had Kaylee Ray holding on to it.
Okay.
Yeah. Walter.
I just want to see Piper get it. I like Piper.
You mean the title?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Walter against Joe.
Cochino.
Walter against Joe Coffey. Start us off, Hector.
It's gonna be one of those hard-hitting matches, but I still see Walter coming on top. I really don't see any challenge there. So
Give me a number.
an 8.
Okay.
You a 7? I think you hit the nail on the head for me. Who have been Walter's challengers ever since he got the title? Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate. Who else?
Jordan Devlin.
Jordan Devlin.
Little dudes.
Yeah, little dudes. Joe Coffey. I don't know. I'm guessing because he's a rebel now. Because the Gallus is like the cool team now. They came up as a heel, but now they're starting to get cheered. Especially now with Ilya Dragunov with the team.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking Gallus. But Joe, for whatever reason, I don't see him as being the guy to like lead NXT UK. I don't see it. I'm not seeing Walter losing it to him. But it makes me wonder who would Walter lose it to? Because there's not, other than maybe Bomber Mastiff, I don't think there's anybody there that can really like hang with him, unless you bring out somebody from somewhere else in. Yeah. Like I would easily spend money to see fucking Walter against Cesaro.
Ooh.
Because you
think Cassius over there?
Cassius is over there, but that's a different kind of like build.
Sure.
You know, they might be almost the same height, but I don't know, man.
Well, honestly, no.
I'm still trying to get Kevin Owens over as like an incredible guy, you know. Cassius, like, I can't, bro. I can't.
All right, you guys talk me into it. 5.
For the future, not for the present.
Yeah. I'm not too much into either of the Coffey brothers. Walter, I appreciate his presentation. I appreciate his music. I think I've said this before on the show that he seems green in his psychology. He seems green. Like he's good with his moves. He's very impactful with his chops and his punches.
He's pretty basic, actually.
But he has a basic moveset, and his psychology, his emoting is very green.
Is that maybe because he's had lightweights to fight against?
Maybe he doesn't have to sell because he's just swatting away the little dudes. But like I haven't seen him emote a lot.
He's the British version of Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. But I'd even say Brock is more intense emotionally than Walter.
At least Brock changes colors.
Yeah. Yeah. Brock will make funny faces that turn into memes.
And he'll put the little guys over.
But Walter, I think he's more over because of his presentation with his music and the way he just like stands and he's just big
presence.
But like he doesn't have the charisma, to go with that character that
maybe it's not meant for us because it's UK and not US.
Yeah,
that could be the
but that don't tickle my pickle.
Okay.
So
the Japanese tickle your pickle, so it can be done.
Well,
because it could be universal language if it's done right.
The only way the only way I see him losing the belt is shenanigans by Undisputed Era. They want to build it.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Okay.
That would be probably the only way I see.
But put it on a coffee?
Yeah.
And it's on a Saturday, so they could travel out there right now.
Yeah.
They could already be over there.
Okay.
And holy crap. You know what? That's a nice little wrinkle because this whole like Worlds Collide stuff, we've seen the UK guys with this Dusty Cup, they're already over there. But I don't think Cash is being trade over because he's like got recruited or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I've never thought yet the possibility of somebody invading UK for the sake of the brand rivalry.
Yeah.
So that'd be interesting to have Undisputed Era pop up out of fucking nowhere and cost fucking Walter the match. It would take all 4 of them because one of them alone
surround the ring.
O'Reilly at the most, but even then he won't last like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
True, but I would love to see him sell the way he sells.
Oh yeah. He'll walk around with a huge ass handprint for like a week and a half. Like, no, I got this from Walter. Overall, Blackpool 2.
7. There's gonna be some good stuff on there.
I think it starts at noon or 1 o'clock tomorrow.
But I ain't watching it at noon or 1 o'clock.
What will you watch it?
I'll catch it maybe if I have time some evening throughout the weekend.
I'll probably catch it on Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Like
If something stupid crazy happens, like your conspiracy theory with Undisputed Era, and then there's also a match that this match is good, and the IWC is a buzz about it. All right, let me,
Date night's canceled, bitch.
Let's turn off X-Men and let's watch NXT. Yeah, I'm almost done with X-Men on Disney Plus. I'm on season 5.
Wow.
Almost done.
And it took you how long?
Well, how long has Disney Plus been out? Like 2 weeks? No, 2 months?
Yeah.
2 months.
2 months, yeah.
Wow. So what's next?
I tried to start Darkwing Duck. I've got like 3 episodes in, and I was like, this wasn't as good as it was when I remember when I was a kid.
Suggestion. Gargoyles.
Sure.
Okay.
Do gargoyles.
Gargoyles?
Yeah.
Okay.
Make Travis proud.
Okay. Yeah, because Darkwing Duck, like, wasn't really a hero. Like, things just worked out, even though he was a bumbling idiot. As a kid, I thought he was cool, and like he was a hero like everybody else. No, like he didn't solve anything. It was the villain just was stupid. And he's stupid, and everything's stupid, and the animation is just regular Looney Tunes animation. It's stupid. So, yeah.
Why get Darkwing Duck into wrestling?
I don't know.
Entrant number 27 in the basket. So let's bring something.
Let's get dangerous.
So
some dude from Mexico that they just put in a fucking Darkwing Duck cosplay outfit. Hey, Mr. Cease, come watch over here in this get up.
I've seen the Yeti in the ring. So.
I'm like taking a racer to that D. Oh my god, it's Darkwing! Fuck!
With a peak.
Something new to the table. Okay. I think this is the first time ever that we're going to go into somewhat detail of Major League Wrestling.
Preview for MLW. I think you've talked about, hey, I saw this on MLW, let's talk about it.
Yeah, so this isn't a pay-per-view per se. They're taping 3 or 4 episodes of television here, but this card for one night that's happening tomorrow.
It's happening tomorrow, but when's it airing?
Within the next 4 weeks.
Okay,
like,
it's spread out.
3 or 4 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah. So let me just run down some of these matches. You remember Eric Stevens?
No.
From Ring of Honor? WrestleMania 25 weekend?
Choo Choo?
Yeah.
Oh!
He's debuting.
He always fought with Roderick Strong.
Yeah.
They had a big feud.
Chop Fest. Yeah, he's wrestling. Gino Intocable Medina.
Wait, Gino?
Against Septimo Dragon with Conan in his corner.
Oh, good for Gino.
Yeah.
From RIW. Good job, Gino.
Drago. Drago.
Okay.
Puma King, Hijo de la Park against Tauros. Oh, and Tauros and Injustice. Triple threat tag match.
Okay.
Savio Vega's wrestling at this show.
What?
Original Nation member.
Yep. Savio Vega.
Savio fucking Vega still wrestles?
Hell yeah.
Apparently DDP too. He'll be back next week.
True.
Somebody needs to text Arnold right the fuck now. Like Savio Vega.
Simon Gotch from Contra is going to wrestle Davey Boy Smith Jr.
That's going to be a good match.
Anticipation level. Simon Gotch. 9?
9.
In stereo. We're both like, the fuck? Where's Jim? What's the reasoning? No, just kidding.
No, the reason why for that, Davey Boy Smith, I like what he left in New Japan.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm liking the what's it called? The Heart Foundation.
Yeah.
That they have in MLW.
Yeah, him and Pillman Jr. We'll get to him in a little bit.
7.5 for me.
I'm at an 8.
Okay.
Because because you focused on Davey Boy. Simon Gotch is a completely different dude now.
Mm-hmm.
Like you look at him and the last thing you think is Vaudevillains. Like he's actually made his own. He made his own there.
His first, I think, the way he started was a shoot fighter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So. Hey,
Low Key's wrestling.
Oh, cool.
That's gonna be a fun match, but we'll get into some of the big stuff now. Marshall Von Erich,
Okay.
1-on-1 against MJF.
Oh fuck.
With the stipulation,
What's the stipulation?
if MJF wins, they challenge for the tag titles because they lost.
Yeah.
They lost. So MJF's group, I think it's called the Prestige or something like that. When they lost, they weren't able to challenge anymore. So that's the stipulation of their match.
So who's his group?
It's him and another guy. I can't
Let me guess.
Okay.
Ross Von Erich is fighting Filthy Tom Lawler.
Who the fuck's Filthy Tom Lawler?
He was their he dethroned Low-Ki. Low-Ki was the longest reigning champion in MLW, and Filthy Tom Lawler from UFC beat him. And then he lost the belt during the War Chamber match or the show after War Chamber, and he wound up turning into a heel. So that could be it.
Okay.
Aerostar gets a shot at Alex Hammerstone's national openweight title.
I don't know who Hammerstone is, but Aerostar, yeah. Oh yeah, I like Aerostar. You okay?
Mance Warner against Jimmy Havoc in a no ropes barbed wire match.
Ooh.
Death match.
Anticipation level.
Me? 4. I don't want to see. Those fucking death matches. I don't know. I mean, like it could be like the death match we just saw in New Japan, which was good. It's a rice of.
But that wasn't really a death match.
Well, it was. Yeah, I understand, but like
That was like a video game death match. You didn't get another life.
yeah. But like the real like fucking blood and guts death matches, that's with somebody else, Danny.
For that being somebody else, you rated it too high.
Okay. Because I could be surprised. I could be wooed.
I'm not sure if it's the wrestlers, but it's the match. Because after watching the episode of the wrestlers with the death matches and stuff and all the crazy shit, I think my anticipation level's at a 0.
Okay.
I don't know if I want to watch this.
Okay.
I mean, that Undertaker Mankind, it was choreographed. The first fall was choreographed stuff. The second fall was like, but I've never been a guy fish for old school ECW cheese grater shit. I've never been a guy to like watch old school FMW with Terry. I used to get grossed out watching fucking Mick Foley lose his ear to fucking Vader. Like, I don't know if this is the kind of wrestling that I like. You know, I don't hate anybody that does watch it. I mean, because apparently fucking DCW, CZW is still going strong. They have their fan base. I mean, I respect people like Shane Strickland that went over there just so he could be that guy to have everything on his resume, that you could do everything. Maybe my opinion on it might change when I see it, because I've never seen a barbed wire rope match ever. So I've never been a part of like the most hardcorest quote unquote thing I've ever seen was an episode of Raw where Kane set the steel cage on fire. That's like the most craziest out there thing that I've seen in person. I've never seen any of this like non-wrestling. In my opinion, I don't want to sound like Jim Cornette, but there's a difference between like old school catch-as-catch-can wrestling, Osprey Ricochet, and then stabbing somebody in Lucha Underground with a fucking knife. you know what I mean? You know,
yeah.
Even like the light tubes and shit with Pentagon and Vampiro in season 1.
Wrestling Society X, that where there was a pallet of light tubes. No piranha tank.
The match with AR Fox and Killshot, where they went all hard. I think that was my limit.
Yeah.
You know, I appreciate it for what it was. I understood the story, which is why it had to go that far.
Modern Warfare matches?
Yeah, Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
And
it like, was good.
And everything else balanced out the grotesqueness. But I don't know if I'm ready to see something like this.
There's a certain amount of spicy I can handle.
Yeah.
Jalapenos, okay. Serrano, all right, you heat me up.
Ghost?
Habanero, all right, that's it. I can't do anything after habanero. You can't give me a Ghost or a Carolina Reaper, nothing like that. No, I'll shit my pants.
Funny thing, habanero became a standard for me.
Oh,
so
what's your anticipation level, spicy?
Just because it's a throwback match for me, I'll give it a 7.
Okay.
Okay.
Because this is I've seen the old Mick Foley matches and when he was in Japan, when they used to actually
The
do
C4 and the explosions and all that stuff. So, do you think this will actually air on BN this match, or do you think this is just for the people that are?
What does this air on?
BN.
What the fuck is BN?
It's like a sports package channel.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like you're paying money to get that channel.
And usually they end up putting it on YouTube and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it will. I don't think it would air on network, and if it airs, it's gonna be like cut off into like a small
edited.
Yeah.
But I don't. For me, it's just bringing something old school way from the past.
Yeah.
Kind of introducing it or showing off of this is what it used to be.
So these two have history.
No, I meant the history of the match.
Oh, the match. Okay, sorry.
That's the type of match.
Yeah, the type of match. But
yeah, I'm going damn near blind in the 0 hour. I don't know how. Maybe this storyline's been 9 months in the making, and they need this, and I don't have the 3 seasons of Lucha Underground for me to covet Modern Warfare like I could.
That's what I was about to say. The Modern Warfare, the casket match. What do they call it?
Grave Consequences.
Grave Consequences, like that made sense. But Grave Consequences wasn't bloody. It was just chaotic. There was just so much stuff going on. But they made sense because of the story going in. Yeah.
Main event. Jacob Fatu defends the heavyweight title against Brian Pillman Jr. I'm at an 8 for that.
I'm at an 8. I really would like to see what the fuck Pillman can do.
Yeah.
Like, that's what's got me.
I'm loving what I'm seeing from Jacob Fatu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's respectable.
How about Impact Hard to Kill? When was the last time we ended an episode talking about an Impact pay-per-view?
Probably a long time. Long time.
The Travis days, most definitely.
Probably
but
so.
It was still like,
oh, the Aces.
Your best character was seeing AJ Styles with that crown. He's like,
Impact isn't bad right now.
What's got your attention the most on Impact? And be honest.
I'm gonna be honest. Sami Callihan and Tessa Blanchard.
Yeah?
Yeah. Dude,
if for 2019 male wrestler.
Yeah, if you watch this past episode of Impact, there's a great video package of dueling interviews with both Tessa and Sami.
Is that the clip where Sami's like, I'm not gonna treat you as a woman, I'm gonna treat you on Facebook? I was like, fuck, I am in.
When he said, I don't want it to be known as an intergender match. I want it to know as a straight up match.
Yeah. And like he broke down some with her. I don't see that like
so as a heel, he's doing more of a job of putting over the match than a face would.
Yeah, as a heel, he's even showing respect to the fact that this is this equality intergender stuff by just being a dick about it. No, I just want to beat this person up. Yeah. I don't care if he has boobs or vagina or a dick or not. I want to kill this person. And it was cool, and I like the story, and the way that Tessa's handling it on her side with her fucking lineage and saying, look, I need to prove to myself I have this opportunity, and you know what? This guy, he needs to have his ass kicked.
Yeah.
So she wants the belt, she's trying to prove herself, and she has a beef with the person on the other side of the ring. This is great storytelling all around. Like
anticipation level.
10 for this match. 10. I want to see this fucking match this weekend. I don't know if anybody's buying the pay-per-view, but anything else up on Hard to Kill, I need to see at least this match.
In the vein of Sami Callihan, if it was any other person with the exact same build, I'd still be at a 10.
Okay.
On top of everything you just said, you want to see the match? Guess what? I already saw the match. I liked it the first time. We're getting it again for the title? 10. That's dude. I'm driving to fucking Dallas for this shit. Driving to this shit. I'm getting 4 hours of sleep to go to work the next day.
And Dallas.
So, exactly. So that shows you the quality just alone on that one match. Again, one match does not make a pay-per-view, but that's a hell of a start. And that alone, I'm at 10.
Hector?
I'll join you on that.
10.
10.
the story there, the build up, the chemistry there is it's there.
Mhm.
What better way to give the women what actually WWE hasn't done or won't be doing for a couple of years?
Mhm.
The spotlight's there. Tessa's actually the perfect person to do it with. She had her last name kind of brings she comes from a wrestling family.
Yeah.
When they had the interviews with both her biological dad and her stepdad, Tully and the other one.
The other one.
That sounds about right.
Stepdads are used to that.
All the work and none of the trophy.
Shit, I can't remember his name.
No one does. It's okay.
The other one.
Yeah. They were both wrestlers. They were both in the Four Horsemen. Like, I can't remember. But anyway, like, those interviews were great. The interview with her mom also saying that, yeah, she's kind of been in wrestling and this is what she wanted to do. And like, for some reason, I feel this is more like Charlotte's beginning of her career as a daughter of a legend. I feel like it's more legitimate.
And Rick was more in our face for Charlotte than Tully's ever been for Tessa.
Yes.
Tessa's completely been doing this on her
That's
own.
the difference.
Yeah.
That's the difference. The machine, WWE, showing you, oh, she's Charlotte Flair, she's Charlotte Flair. And then, like that's all we got from Rick. But really, Charlotte Flair.
Shit, we saw Tessa from Jump in NWA. And was Tully with her?
No. We saw her second match ever at the VFW. Yeah. Off of 290. We saw that.
Saw her again at Wrestle Circus. Yeah. Again, not with her dad in tow. She legit wants the reputation of doing it by herself.
She started in bingo halls and VFWs. Yes, that is what she did.
Yeah.
So yeah, I am amazed to see in this short span of time. It's been like what, 3 years? All of a sudden, she went from like somebody who looks like she is green and just could be a model and that's it, like, oh, a pretty boy or a pretty girl in this situation, and into, oh, she's a legit badass wrestler just in that short amount of time. Like, she can fish to water. She just took it up. Yeah. So is there some Keith Lee, Raymond Rose style bias with her?
Yeah.
For me, fuck yes, there is. You could go onto my Facebook page and see.
People don't need to see that to back it up, though.
Right. And see the fucking picture of me, Travis, and her all holding up a Houston Wrestling.
And me, fool!
I'm
in that picture.
You're in that picture?
Yeah.
Okay, you too.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, but the stepdad of the fucking show. Goddamn. I'm sorry, I'm not Travis, all right?
Yeah.
I have pigmentation.
You were in that picture?
Yeah.
Oh,
Bad chick.
yeah, I know, right? Man, pull up that picture.
Can I ruin this parade?
Yes.
I've got Callahan winning.
I got him too.
Ooh, I got Tessa winning.
There's 2 ways you can do this.
Okay.
There's 2 ways. Well, there's 3. There's a lot of ways, but there's 2 ways I'm seeing it. One, obvious.
Gotta give it to Tessa. That's obvious. I agree, it's obvious. But you.
Sammy's feuds in the last year and a half, he's becoming the Adam Cole. Like, it's cool to cheer the bad guy. It's cool to cheer the rebel. It's cool to go, just like, Again, the underlying respect factor that unless you point it out, you don't really catch that a bad guy is actually putting over the good woman in this match.
Yeah.
I'm seeing Tessa are tag team champions.
Okay.
And that turns him out of OVE because OVE's like, what the fuck, bro? You handled this.
You're about to kill her.
Yeah. and now you're choosing her. You're choosing her over us. And that's going to put both of them even higher than where we think they are right now in this heavyweight title match that could probably steal the show this first quarter of the year.
And then that's when Sammy is like, look, I'm just going to be real.
She's better than y'all.
Yes.
You
guys suck.
This girl, at least she puts up a fight.
Yeah.
She beat y'all.
Yeah. Such a weak ass fucking dives.
But I'm gonna be the odd man out and say that I've got Callahan retaining.
Well, he's agreeing with it.
Hector, you're the odd man out.
I'm the odd man out because I think the obvious thing to do to get more eyeballs on the product to create a bigger buzz was, oh fuck, headlines as much as like wrestling headlines.
Sometimes
The moment for Bumper Glory.
Okay.
that's too far away.
When is it?
It's in October.
Eh.
We're in
Well,
January, bro.
Slammiversary? What's their main?
It's Bound for Glory.
It's
October,
Bound for
October.
Glory.
Slammiversary is
But-
the second.
Is it hard to kill? Isn't this the first time we've had a hard to
Yeah.
kill? So why not? You've reset everything in Impact.
Yeah.
TNA is not TNA anymore. Fuck it. If you want this pay-per-view to be your woodshed pay-per-view or whatever, your marquee pay-per-view,
Tentpole.
yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead. Why not? Fuck, do it.
That's
they-
so anti-hard to kill. That brand that you would think would be dead 5 years ago is the brand we're all talking about because of what
They
it
literally are
Yeah.
hard to kill.
Yeah.
They haven't died. They should have died 3 or 4 times.
Now we're looking at Ring of Honor like,
They've hit rock
The
bottom.
reapers right there is like, I'm looking at you.
They've hit rock bottom and they can't. So fuck it. Let's revitalize it here.
Brian Cage against RVD.
You said this. One good match of pay-per-view no mat make.
No, sir.
No star.
Uh,
But 2 match maybe
Maybe.
pay-per-view make.
All right, Dim Sum. Shit.
9.
What about you, Chef Swan? What do you got?
I'm giving it a 9. Fuck it. I'm just thinking about a spot already. So.
Fucking empty fortune cookie over here's got a 9 too.
All right.
God damn, dude.
Hey.
RVD is making this story, bro.
Yes.
Hey, odds. This girl actually interfered in the match and just for a make on
Just for a minute. I'll take the over on it. You tell me the line, I'm taking the over. I don't give a fuck what the line is.
Ryan's about to pin him. RVD's on the floor. She gets on top and just starts making out with him.
Yeah, that's how she breaks up the big. Get off him. I love our and
What if Melissa Santos gets involved in this?
why?
But he wrestles too, right?
Yeah. Well, no,
Now,
she's been training,
Starting.
right?
She's been training.
I really like Brian Cage too. So even aside from the shenanigans with the storyline with RVD's character development, I think those two could put on a really good match. I've been a really big fan.
Even now for RVD?
Yes.
You think RVD can still hang?
Yes, I think RVD can still hang, and I trust Brian Cage
There
that
you go.
much.
Yeah.
Brian Cage
That's
could carry him if he has to. I don't even think he has to carry RVD.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. If Jericho could put on a badass match in 2020 at Wrestlekingdom,
At 19.
yeah, at 19, RVD still can't too.
I got RVD winning this. You keep that momentum going.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, Brian can take a loss, give it to him in the rematch.
Right? Yeah, especially if he loses to a makeout session. Like nobody's gonna play.
Rhino against Moose. Talk about a night at the zoo.
7.
20% off senior citizen discount.
6.
6? All right. I'm at about a 7.
Okay.
Rhino don't play. Like he doesn't. You could be bigger than Rhino and he'd still take you out. You know.
He's slowed a little bit in the last few years, though.
But even better, because Moose is the kind of guy you can be slow around.
Okay.
It's gonna. This is
Tell
gonna,
him to Cedric Alexander.
Oh shit! Hold on. This is kind of gonna be like one of those New Japan matches with Ishii where you just expect it to be rough and slow. You know. Well, yeah. Between Rhino and Moose, yeah, I'm at a 7 for that. I've got Moose winning it, but this match is gonna be fun. I think.
Yeah, it has the potential of being fun. I don't care about the story, but whatever.
Same boat. Oh, yeah.
Madman Fulton from OVE against Ken Shamrock. Ever since Ken Shamrock did the dick flip, I'm giving him an 8 for everything, just on paper, just for now.
You know
'Cause
what?
I love that a guy like Ken Shamrock with his background is just having fun in wrestling now.
Yeah.
You know, especially when you hear stories of how when Brock left and fucking when Goldberg showed up to WWE and how he left and he just got burned out and Shamrock.
How much of a dick Tank Abbott was?
Yeah,
you know.
And so for guys to come back now and just like, fuck it, man, I don't need a reputation. I got a reputation. That's just I'm loving Shammy. I got Shamrock winning this too. This is gonna be one of those tests of strengths where like, okay, he can take out a big guy like Madman. He can still go. Let's give him something.
I'm going to agree. OVE is like, one of the bigger things, one of the bigger factions in TNA or Impact. Fulton, okay, whatever. But
he still needs some work, but he's got a look.
He's got the look, but like when we're talking about OVE, I care about Sammy.
Yeah.
But sure, why not? Like I like Fulton more than I like the Chris brothers.
Yeah, I'm there too.
But like against Shamrock, you literally took the words out of my mouth when I said I'm gonna give him an 8 just because of what the hell's going on with Shamrock right now. Again, this attitude of what's going on in Impact, we already hit rock bottom. Fuck it, let's just have fun. That's exactly what Ken Shamrock is doing. That's what RVD is doing. That's what the fucking commentators are doing. They've hit rock bottom. They don't care. They're just gonna do whatever the fuck they want, and it's entertaining. It's working.
It feels like WWE 95, 96.
Where just testing
they just
out and then
Sean's just having fun, being himself. Steve Austin's just drinking beers, being himself, and everybody's just letting loose. The Rock and all.
I give it an 8 too, and I give it to Shamrock also.
Okay.
Fine, having fun. So
yeah, OVE doesn't need other marquee wins right now, so yeah, give it to Shamrock.
How about Michael Elgin against Eddie Edwards? Some ROH rehash meets.
We'll go with a 4. Eddie Edwards heel turn, descent into craziness. Now he's just a dick to his wife, girlfriend, whatever she is, and I'm not digging it. And I really don't like Elgin. Especially after all the stuff that came out last year, like how he was, I don't care. And like he was already not that great of a wrestler anyway. But when he was really like popular 2 or 3 years ago in ROH, oh my God, Michael Elgin's so great.
Big
and I was like,
Big Mike, he got over in Japan. I'm surprised he didn't.
He got over, but he kind of sucks.
Mullet, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like the guy. I don't like the turn Eddie Edwards has had. You put him in the match together, I'm gonna go take a piss. That's me. What do you guys say?
I'll help you.
Okay.
Eddie Edwards to me has always been the genetic.
Oh!
I've always been a fan that Davey Richards is a lot more than Eddie Edwards. And I doubt Eddie will ever break out of that, no matter how many title runs he's had in Ring of Honor, or if he ever has one in Impact, or if he already had one in Impact. I don't know. And Elgin también, dude, it's just like, if you're bringing your old gimmick around to all these other promotions, you have to do something different. For all the crap we give Johnny Mundo, Johnny Impact, Johnny Nitro, Johnny Morrison, Johnny whatever, he still changes his shit up everywhere else he goes, to the point that you're getting something different. When you're bringing that Unbreakable gimmick, you need to be sure that you're being booked to back it up.
With the same little calzones.
And you're losing the first 3 matches that you have when you show up to the brands. Like, dude, that's not helping your cause, bro. Like, and I hate to say it, because some of his stuff towards the end of Ring of Honor, when he finally got the title run, I thought it was I was getting optimistic. But man, there's I hate to say this, but there's better older talent than Michael Elgin and than Eddie Edwards right now.
Wow.
Especially since Eddie Edwards, he's been around the block for at least 15 years, dude. He's been around for a long time. And I think he's done peaked a long time ago. So I'm at like a 4 for this match, and I'm being generous as fuck. I don't care. I don't know what's out of all these matches. I kind of know either enough story line of the match or just hype of certain wrestlers that I like for me to want to see them. But there's nothing, either story or hype or legend status or any kind of status of either one of them that made me say I'm driving to see them. That's my merch break or my food something break.
It's under a thing called Call Your Shot Trophy.
I'm guessing the winner gets to call his own title match or something like that.
I don't even know what that is, to be honest.
That's still new to me.
Honestly, if I'm not even gonna see this match. I'll give it a 2 or yeah, I'll give it a 2 just to be generous. One for each.
One for each.
But
The participation award.
I would probably just if I see any clips and if I like them, I would have if I were to really go back and actually even after seeing the clips, if I see some shred or something good that reminds me of Elgin back in New Japan, I would go back and watch that match. But other than that, is
come on, man. He had a badass ladder match in New Japan with Kenny Omega. How can you fall flat from after coming up from Kenny Omega? Like, really? You know, it just doesn't make sense to me.
Still remember Omega's thing right there.
It was like he had so many chances to win the big one, and he never won the big one, to the point where it made Johnny Gargano look like the fucking best winner ever. Like he put Johnny Gargano's shit to shame. You know, like they overplayed that shit with him, where he turned the real life situation into the actual storyline, and that wasn't a good thing. Of him being the Jannetty, him being in the shadow of Davey Richards, and then never truly getting.
And it never helped that Richards would come back every now and then, and everybody completely forgot about and then for him to leave again or whatever.
It was like when you had your regular Nintendo at home, and you know it was kind of sucky. But then your cousin comes over with the Super Nintendo, the SNES, and you get to play it for a weekend, but then he goes away and you're stuck back with the NES. Fucking Yoshi.
Why can't my Mario have a cape?
Yeah, yeah.
Which I don't know how he gets the cape with the leaf. It makes no fucking
sense.
The North against Rich Swann and Willie Mack for the tag straps.
Hector, do you want to take this one first?
I'll let her. I'll pass.
All right.
Honestly, probably the only thing that gets my attention is just seeing Rich Swann and Willie Mack's chemistry together.
I'm the opposite. I'm at a 5. I don't know what it is about Rich Swann and Willie Mack and Impact that just it doesn't resonate with me.
Really?
Yeah. To be honest, some of these Lucha Underground guys in Impact, it's weird. Like, you would need to change something. Like, again, Johnny Impact, Johnny Mundo, Johnny something. You know, at least he altered something and he fixed his charisma or his attitude around. But just like plugging in people and it just, for some reason, it just feels weird. I like seeing the North. I like Eat the Page. He's growing on me a lot. So there's mostly is just on both of those guys. So I'm at a 5, and I've got the North holding on to it. It just sucks because there's not a lot of it doesn't seem like there's a lot of credible teams left now that LAX and Lucha Bros are gone, and you know. So, but yeah, I've got the North retaining. How about you guys? Because neither one of y'all wanted to talk about it.
No, I want to talk about this. I was just waiting for y'all.
Well, let's get him out of the way then.
I'll give it a 4. Okay.
Okay.
You have no interest, no interest.
No.
You don't care who wins. You don't care who loses, as long as they go home to their families.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
yeah.
For you guys, I'll say this. Confucius say wrong answer. 9. I want to see this fucking match so bad.
9 as in no?
No, 9. Like 9, not quite a 10. I'm at 9 for this match.
Fill us in on what we're missing.
Yes. What you are missing is, yes, the chemistry between Willie Mack and Rich Swann. I think they are great together. They can be a really good team. You just need to give them more time. They kind of got together. They're trying to get their footing as a team, but in the storyline, it still works that way. Because win.
On paper, it makes sense. The heavy and the flyweight.
Yes, the heavy and the flyweight, but they also are kind of like
Pac-Man, because Miss Pac-Man swallows every time. Bruh.
Yeah.
I'm at a 9 now after he just built me the fuck up.
Okay.
I'm at a 9 for this.
Okay.
And hopefully
you need to see that promo.
No, hopefully I'm sitting next to their mom.
His mom?
I'll get the rebound match.
His mom? I understand.
I understand. I give it a 9 too.
All right,
well, you're giving 1 a 9. The match.
Well, then fucking I'm up to a 9 because I said 8.5, but you got me that extra half.
Sit
next.
Sit next to her. Let them kill each other. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, my meat.
Who you got winning? You think they're right?
I think Ace Austin to win it.
Ace
just piss off everybody to continue with this shit with the mom. Like that story, that character there can make him a big ass heel. And I bet you he'll win it just to fucking stir the fucking pot. And I bet you he is fucking the mom. I bet you he's fucking his mom. I bet you he is. Cause she hasn't said shit. She's fat. She hasn't said shit. She sat at ringside. Okay. Trying to pretend like, oh, I'm just there for my son. And like, oh, their son's friend. And like, yeah. She hasn't said shit. I bet she fucking. I bet you.
I had Ace retaining. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. We started with Lana, with women. Let's end it with women.
Okay.
Taya.
We did. We were talking about the model of the fucking
shit.
wrestling.
Taya, Jordan Grace, ODB, triple threat for the knockout title. Where you at?
7. Most of that is Jordan Grace. A little bit of that is Taya. I don't really want to see ODB wrestling.
I'm the same.
This goes back to my original gripe of talent exclusivity.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that I'm ready to not see ODB wrestle, but I don't want to see ODB wrestle everywhere. Like, because I don't know about you guys, I watch NWA, and she's right now in NWA also in a storyline, and it's kind of like, no, you stick to one, or it's one or the other. You know, it starts watering it down for me, especially after she'd been gone for a while. You know, because she did her own business, she had a food truck thing going on, and then burned down, and she raised funds. They raised funds for her,
and I think that's kind of what I think is actually going on. That real life, she's just trying to make money to recoup, some of the funds and recoup the loss of her business. And I like ODB. I liked ODB back in the TNA heyday and stuff.
Yeah, she stands out. Even now, she still does.
Yeah, she does. But like, I think she's starting to venture into that territory that I say about a lot of wrestlers, where it's like, okay, you were good then. I don't want to see you, Michael Jordan, number 45, playing for the Wizards. Yeah. I don't want to see her doing that, but I get it because she's just doing it for the money, which is kind of what Flair was doing towards the end of his career, where he shouldn't have been wrestling anymore, but he owed alimony, so like,
and taxes.
Yeah, and taxes. So it's like, okay, but like, I'm not that hyped for ODB. I am that hyped for Jordan Grace. I think Jordan Grace is the future of whatever company she winds up staying with. If she stays in Impact, great. If she goes to AEW, she goes to WWE, she's got a bright future ahead of her. Taya, I like Taya. I don't love Taya.
I'm right there.
Taya without Johnny and with this other Johnny running around with her, she got a replacement Johnny. I think it's Johnny Bravo or something like that. But he's just like some stooge. Like, I'm not feeling it. But and I like triple threat matches, but this one, I'm one of the ones I don't want either.
So you got one.
Taya retain.
Same.
It's Jordan's time.
I would be pleasantly surprised.
But after Jordan, who would compete?
Oh my God.
I mean, you could finish off the stuff with Jessica Havoc and Sue Young,
Yeah.
And the fucking.
They're
there. They're there.
They're in another dimension.
Yeah, technically, yeah. I guess Father
Yeah.
James Mitchell like did some ooga booga boo shit, and like he's got one of them under fucking a spell, and Jessica Havoc is like trying to, like, I don't know, it's convoluted bullshit, mystical whatever.
Overall, hard to kill.
I'm jealous that you're going to see this in Dallas. I want to see this. I don't think I can really afford to shut out the dough for the pay-per-view, and I hope somebody else is going to order it, but I don't know. But that shit aside, like, if it was like in the old days where we know we're going to go to Scott's to watch TNA, I'm there by anticipation level 9.
Wow.
I am surprised that I'm saying this.
Wow. They've really turned you around.
Yeah. The last few weeks have been really good. This I don't give a fuck attitude where they're just doing whatever they want to have fun. It's working.
Where you at?
8. I give it that because the match I match that got the match that got my attention was Sammy and Blanchard. Everything else for me is like it hinges on that match for me. Do something, entertain me, and then we'll see about the rest.
Unfortunately, that match that you're looking forward to is at the end of the night.
Yeah. I'm at a 9.
Okay.
Probably because, and not in a negative way, but Elgin and Richards and Eddie Edwards, if this wasn't on the card, it'd be a solid 10. You know, I think me personally, I'm not invested at all in either one of them. But that doesn't mean, that's one match. There's like 7 other matches here that I'm
7 matches. Yeah, key number 7.
So that'll be your piss break match?
Probably, possibly, or I don't know.
Merch.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But I'm looking forward to this pay-per-view, man. I'm actually disappointed because the last time I was in Dallas was for the New Japan show on Saturday, the day 1 of G1 Climax. The next night was Slammiversary, but Travis went with us, and he didn't want to go to Slammiversary, so he wound up just coming back that Sunday.
Yeah.
And Scott and I were like, fuck, man. I didn't realize you wanted to go. I was like, you know what? I didn't think I wanted to go either, but now that we're here, I don't want to leave. I'm like, fine. So now that we're doing both of these, like I'm like, especially now with this card. The card in Slammiversary was okay. You know, I think Slammiversary had this match, right? The first time?
I think so.
Yeah, it was the first time. But we didn't know what to expect then. Now that we've seen it with the history, with hindsight being 2020, I'm all over this dude. So I'm at a solid 9 for this show. Yeah. I'm actually, dude, I don't want to like go too far, but we debated what our match of the week was this week. I don't think there's going to be a debate the next time if we all watch. If we all watch this match, I don't think there's going to be a debate on what our match of the week is going to be next week. That's the next time we get together.
Well, when's the next time we're going to get together?
That's a trick question, motherfucker. We for the 2 people that are watching us today on a Friday, thank you. We will be back on Tuesday.
Less than a week turnaround for us. The fuck is wrong with us?
Because I opened my big yap. Hey, you want to do a decade in review? I don't know. I want to do decade in review. Maybe you want to do decade. No, let's do decade in review. Fuck, I want to do decade in review. We will be doing a decade in review.
Decade.
Yes. So we're going to be talking so much that we're going to actually have a 4th person here. A person you've never seen before. Yeah. Oogly boogly.
Yes. Somebody who has been kind to me on the show for
So we probably won't have any viewers next week because the only viewers will be the ones that are in this room.
Sure.
That's fine. So we'll just podcast it so we don't have to worry about viewership. Yes. And then in 2 weeks, we will return for the Royal Rumble, NXT Worlds Collide, NXT US versus UK, and hard time coming for National Wrestling Alliance.
Previews for
all 3 of those shows. Yeah.
Oh man,
that's when we will be talking about. Unless y'all want to talk about that at the end of Tuesday. Talk about Impact.
No.
You save it for the preview. All right.
Well, we're going to be doing a decade in review. Our year in review episodes are 3 hours long.
If we record the Rumble episode at my house, I'll make sure that you watch that main event match if you haven't seen it. Callahan.
Oh yeah.
I'll make sure that you have it in your system. And on that note, I don't have any other wrap-up notes, man. That's the fucking show.
I know we just kind of threw it out there, but can you tease a little bit? What are we talking about? Decade in review.
Categories.
We got categories?
I believe we do have categories.
We got categories?
Do we have categories?
What are we going to do?
Male of the decade.
Male wrestler of the decade.
Female wrestler of the decade.
Okay.
Tag team of the decade. Faction of the decade. Rivalry of the decade. Event of the decade. Most meaningful moment or thing that happened. Biggest regret that happened that year. Oof. 5 in-ring.
That's going to be 20 segments because 5 of us times 4.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure one might. Yeah, there might be some overlap. And 5 of our personal matches that define our decade. This isn't going to be like our year review where we sit down and watch everything and rank everything. This is just his highlights of 2000 of the 10s, his highlights of the 10s, my highlights of the 10s, and our mystery partner highlights of the 2010 decade. And there's a little bit of everything, bro. You want to tease them with something? How about a segment that defines your decade?
No. I will tease with this.
Okay.
I think one of our match of the years was wrong.
Oh, here we go. I already know he's going. I already know. That's not a tease. I had that before.
Okay.
If I remember right, then
All right.
I think it's figured out.
Polish off something from your list.
Somebody in the international singing is going to be on my list. So
Yeah. That's not a surprise coming from him.
oh,
Yeah.
but it's not really from.
Oh.
Yeah.
What about you? You got a tease? A tease?
I have 2 honorable mentions for my event of the year. Out of the 3 events of the year, one of them I was not at.
Well, that actually really narrows it down. All right. So until next time, adios, my friends. Keep it classy. Stay tuned for our Facebook pages and stuff. There's a lot of finds coming in 2020.
Yeah.
Finds. We did a show on a Friday. How weird is this?
I think we've done a show every day of the week now. We did one on a Saturday.
Okay.
Remember we did one on a Saturday in my
Did we?
apartment? Yeah.
Okay.
Friday. Have we done a show on a Monday?
I don't think we've ever done a show on a Monday because Raw. We've never done a show on a Monday.
We've done Tuesdays, we've done Wednesdays, we've done Thursdays to date. We did a Saturday.
Have we ever done a show on a Sunday?
Dark matches. We've done some
Oh,
dark matches.
after the
Yeah.
years. Yeah.
I know your reviews used to know some.
Yeah. We've never done a show on a Monday.
I was gonna suggest to do our decade in review on Martin Luther King Day, since we would mostly all be off.
Oh yeah, I'll be off.
For once.
Huh?
Yeah.
I don't know. So
Oh.
I don't have that. I don't have that day.
Yeah.
Sucks to be you.
Fuck it.
It doesn't bother me. Yes, Destiny. No.
All right. Woo! That's